everybody. Not coming to you from the property this morning. It's October 14, and yesterday took the day off to celebrate Valentina's birthday. Today is actually her birthday, but it worked out. The four of us, the family, all had time to spend some time with her yesterday. So we did the drive along the Blue Ridge Parkway, and another little off-road that it was all beautiful, and we think maybe we'll go back out here in a couple of weeks. There's definitely some leaves changing colors, and it was awe-inspiring views, and just it was beautiful, and we had a great day. And today is actually Val's birthday, and since I didn't really have a chance to, and that was her kind of her birthday present, and then we all went out to dinner and did that thing, and she was happy for that. But I got to get her some flowers and a card or something this morning. However, I'm kind of combining that with I'm breaking down and going ahead and get a new chainsaw. Rolled it over in my head for a couple days. I've thought about things. I've asked my family. I've done my research. And this just feels like it's the right thing. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Stihl. So I'm getting a Stihl 26, I think it's a 261. I think there's another letter to it. To replace my Rancher, my Husqvarna Rancher 450. They also have a farm boss through Stihl, and I'm getting the Stihl just because it's kind of the closest place that works on their they service what they sell, which is the same place I've been getting all my stuff. My research shows that the Husqvarna is probably a little bit better of a saw when you get up there, but they cost a little more as well. So I don't know. That's what I've decided to go with and do. It's a beautiful fall day, by the way. I have cloudy and stuff. It was supposed to, I think, rain yesterday or last night, and I don't know if it did. The roads look wet, and it was supposed to be doing some spitting this morning too. So maybe it's gonna rain a little bit. Anyway, decided I probably won't go out to the property again today. I've been really sore, and my knees hurt and my wrists hurt and all that stuff. You guys hear me saying that all the time, but and I don't really know if it's from arthritis or overworking. I think some of it's arthritis because you can tell the difference between joints, and then you feel soreness like in muscles and stuff. So the muscle thing will go away, but the joint thing is kind of bothersome. Anyway, that's that. And then my friend Roger was actually out in California for some personal matters for the weekend and coming back on Monday. But he called me and let me know that we got a quote for the guy that was going to put in our road, which I was super excited about because I didn't have to cut down any more trees. They actually going to cut them, or they wanted to push them over. They have a method of pushing them over so it pulls out the root system and stuff, so I wouldn't have any stumps and stuff in the driveway. I was so excited about that. But the quote came in very, very expensive, way more than Roger thought, and actually more than I thought, but I knew it was gonna cost a lot, and we don't have that in our budget. So it's back to me having to figure out how to get these trees down, because some of them are leaning toward a power line, toward our neighbor's power line, and I don't want to obviously take out power lines. I might have to hire a tree company. It would be probably a pretty simple job for a tree company, but I don't know, we'll see. And then I don't know if I can cut a road in with my tractor or not. Probably not, but renting a skid steer or an excavator or something, you know, a couple of heavy pieces of equipment, something I'd be licensed to do, something kind of smaller, it's definitely going to cost a lot less than the quote. So to give you an idea of the quote, so you know what I'm talking about, it's probably about 1,000 feet long driveway, somewhere around there. One little culvert needs to be put in, which is a pipe and maybe covered up so it can take the drainage off of our neighbor where they put a pipe in. Taking out the roots and cutting in the road and then putting gravel. The quote was going to be approximately $17,000. So that is a lot of money for a driveway. And that's not even something that, you know, we're going to be living in or anything. And yes, it's going to be something that's going to be necessary in the long run. We'll need a nice driveway. We don't want to be stirring up dust in the summer, or dust in the winter, I guess, more, but, and mud and all that stuff. You want it a little bit nice. But anyway, for $17,000, I think I can suck it up and cut more stuff down, hire a tree company, rent some equipment, and do a lot of it myself. So that's the plan for now. I've been losing a lot of sleep lately trying to figure out, roll around in my head things and how I do them. It's amazing. Up to this point, up till about this last week, I was sleeping okie dokie and like not perfect, but pretty good. And in the last week, things started getting in my head and keeping me awake at night, things like that. So, you know, when you run into some hurdles, you're trying to figure it out. And I was super excited because I was getting kind of tired of cutting that road in, and I thought this was going to be a fast forward. Like I said, we got the permit applications in for septic and well, and that will be going through here in a couple weeks. And I was excited to move on to the next phase of the building, but it looks like I'll be focusing on the road still and the trees. So it is what it is. So we'll reveal my new tool. I know I call them toys all the time because they are kind of fun, but they're necessary. That's another thing, is I'm interested to know if anybody had comments about how do you make your decisions in life when it's an unexpected cost, it's things that they really need, you got to get it, you know, or you got to decide what you want. You want the best, you want the mediocre, do you want something that'll sort of do the job? Or anyway, when it comes to these certain things, do you pray about it? Do you meditate about it? Do you research about it? Do you put it off till later? You know, what do you do? I do a little bit of everything, I guess. I research a lot and just let it roll around in my head. I think I'm going to start doing more meditation. I think I'm going to start putting out to the universe to send me little signs to confirm that this is the right thing to do. I actually felt like I kind of got that confirmation with this chainsaw, because it had been throwing chains and I was willing to invest in the little pieces, like a bar and chains, and just like not spend as much. And then I get this puncture in the gas tank. I just feel, and then it throws a chain for no reason. I just feel like there's kind of signs, hey, it's time to get a new chainsaw. You got a lot of work to do, and kind of throwing away money and messing around here. So this all happened at the particular time to say, Ron, you need to go get it. It's time to get something else. So I'll be excited the first time I run that and see what's the difference in that chainsaw. I'm gonna make my life easier, hopefully, and then I'll be all happy and excited and say, yep, this is what I was supposed to do. All right, we'll talk to you guys in a little bit. We'll reveal the chainsaw, and then I'm gonna go celebrate Val's birthday with her this morning. All right, I got the chainsaw. We'll show that probably when we get home. Pretty exciting. Next question is, do you live your life, when you come especially to your purchases, do you live life on a conservative note and saying, I want to get spend the least amount of money. I don't want, you know, I'm buying the cheaper whatever tool it is. I can't see myself spending more money on something, you know, as your philosophy to get by and fix things, or I'm tending to, these days, Val's influencing me in this direction, but I feel a little bit irresponsible to spend money. However, especially a lot of money, maybe I should have got a smaller saw and just dealt with it and spent less money. However, living in that philosophy of abundance and that the universe will provide when you're in flow with what when your intent is pure and you're doing what's best for yourself and your family, that you might not have the money at the moment, or you do, but it's spoken for something else, or you're trying to balance your budget and you're thinking, well, this is something I need and I don't know where the money's going to come from, but it'll come. It'll be provided. Now, I know I used to be a Christian a long time ago, and I know there's some Christian philosophy there, or other religious philosophies, that, you know, whomever you follow will provide. And we all kind of believe, I think, a lot of the things we say. You know, that when we talk about these things anyway, I've been just rolling some philosophical and spiritual beliefs in my mind lately, and, you know, to live like you're abundant, live like you're gonna be provided for, but you end up fighting those instincts of you're being irresponsible. And I guess you know when you're being irresponsible or not. When you're buying things you don't really need, but it's just bigger and better than what you already have. Or are you buying out of necessity? Things like that. Anyway, it's something I'm kind of rolling around. I'm sure as you guys watch the channel, or when you watch what I'm doing, sometimes you'll think I'm maybe spending too much money, or I'm buying things I don't need, or I could have waited, or got a cheaper version, or bought it used, or, you know, whatever, all those things. But my philosophy at this moment is, I know there's a very good possibility at some point I'm going to have to go back to work and earn this money. But right now, I'm doing what I'm doing, and I'm going to live the best I can, do the best work I can. And in my meditations and in my thoughts, put out the intent of, I'm doing this to be able to live off the land, to be able to provide for my family, to be able to always have food and water and live a healthier lifestyle. And I think that's pretty much in accordance with what our lives are supposed to be. And given that, to the degree at where I'm at in my life, my guides, the universe, whatever words you want to use, will flow in that direction, and I'll be able to see that money or the payoff come down the road. You know, when we're done with this, we won't have a mortgage, hopefully. That's the goal. You know, by middle of next year, or by the end of next year, we'll have gardens and animals that will help us not have to buy from the store. So that's all money saved. So it's investing now financially with the hard currency to be able to provide the variety of currencies in the future. So that's where I'm at. We'll get home here in a little bit and I'll show you the saw. There's the toy, guys. The toy, the tool. a beautiful thing. It's gonna clean up some property and get us some firewood and all that good stuff. Pretty exciting. Looking forward to getting into some wood with that. Beautiful.
Hi, we're at the property, enjoying this magical day. And I hope someday you guys can visit us in North Carolina, because this is nothing short of a paradise. We're gonna have our own cow, we're gonna make my own milk, my own cheese, my own butter. It's amazing. It really is.
This is Sunday and it's October 15. Yesterday was Valentina's birthday.
Yes. It was a magical birthday.
So we kind of messed around this whole weekend instead of getting out here and working. But anyway, we have flags right here. And Roger kind of stepped it off already, but we're going to fine tune it. And away we go. All right, guys, we kind of mapped this out rough from this orange flag to this pink flag, this pink flag, this pink flag is a bedroom. It's mirrored on the other side. Orange flag, the pink, the pink, the pink. This orange flag is going to be our front door coming in this way, looking out straight to that orange flag. Be the other front door or another door. So the orange kind of mark out the main part of the house, and then a bedroom on each side. We have that little fireworks of 4 pink flags. We're hoping maybe septic will go there. And there's down there by that light blue bucket is a little thing of pink flags, and then way up there in the trees, bushes, is another thing of pink flags. Hoping one of those could be the well. So that's what we did today. It took us a couple hours actually.